perception, and then we've created our life based on that. So I want to give some people some pretty interesting understandings here. The first thing, are we still online? Yes. Okay, my phone just disconnected a few moments ago, so I got back in. Can you still hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, I just thought I just disconnected. Okay, the first concept I'm going to share in 3 different ways, because based on people's backgrounds, you can relate to it from 3 different ways. But the concept is one unified concept. So the first aspect of sharing this is for people who are born and raised in Church of Religious Science, Science of Mind. I'm going to let people know that we are God, creating our lives unconsciously with our thoughts, words, actions, beliefs, perceptions, and judgments. Okay, that was concept 1. Hitting it from another angle, if you look at it through traditional religion, every religion says we're made in God's image and the spark of God is within. And to that I add, and through that God spark, every man, woman, and child, without exception, is connected to the essence, the consciousness, the oneness that we call God. And through that connection, we have literally been God, unconsciously creating our lives with our thoughts, words, actions, beliefs, perceptions, and judgments. The third way of describing it is a real interesting quote that I encountered now, it must be about 20 years ago, and that's in both of my books, in the introductions. And it says, a voice asked, "Who is God?" And the oceans roared, "I am." The trees gently swayed, "I am." A little newborn child cries out, "I am." A yogi in the Himalayan caves chants, "I am." Then a voice asked, "Will the real God please stand up?" And the entire universe quietly stood up. So, whichever perspective you can most relate to it, I want us to discuss for a little bit what it means to be God, because that gives us a fundamentally different perspective on life. So being God doesn't mean, hey, look at me, I'm terrific, because everybody's God. But what it means is we have, as God, created every experience in our life perfectly for us to grow, period. So let's explore this a little bit. I used to live in a townhouse community going back 4 years ago, and they would have garbage pickup on Thursdays. And in the townhouse community, we had about 8 different strategic locations where people would put their garbage pails. The trucks would come in, collect it from these central sites, and then we would all collect our garbage pails that evening or that afternoon. Well, the first time, it was in the summer, and they just picked up all the garbage. It was about 12:30, and I happened to be chatting on the phone, returning phone calls, and when I chat on the phone, which is non-work related, I'll pace, because it allows me to tune into my intuitions. And I have to glance out the window, and somebody pulls out of their driveway and sees the empty garbage pails, backs up, and starts throwing all of their car garbage into my garbage pail. So, I started knocking on the wood, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" After about 8 seconds, I started laughing at myself.